This is Becontree. A housing estate in East London just celebrating its 100th birthday. Its architecture is a world of crazy paving, mock Tudor facades, cement lines, and pebble dash. Lots and lots of pebble dash. This year, the Royal Institute of British Architects is marking Becontree's centenary, describing the estate
as a place of profound historical and cultural significance to the UK.
That's Pete, one of the curators. More of him later.
I don't think it's a surprise, I think it's about time.
And that's Verity, one of the artists. And while we're doing introductions, I'm Jen, Becontree resident and architect.
Place of profound cultural and historical significance to the UK. I don't know.
Place of profound UK, so Stonehenge.
Buckingham Palace.
London.
Would it surprise you if I tell you that the answer is Becontree?
No, I would never have said that.
To understand why Becontree is so significant, we need to go back to two important dates. First, 1919.
The story of the estate begins at the end of the First World War. So many soldiers returning, the government wanted to help people, physically help them by building homes.
1919 was the start of the first big push to build social housing in the UK. And with its 27,000 houses, the biggest of these developments, and at one point the biggest in the world, was Becontree. But despite its size, it was designed to be low density and green, with every home having front and back gardens, lots of parks, and dozens of small amenity greens on street corners.
Coming from poor housing quality in the East End, this was a very deliberate attempt to make sure that people lived healthier lives.
In fact, with its indoor toilets and hot running water, it's not surprising that one resident described the estate as heaven with the gates off. The second date that explains Becontree's significance is 1980. When the controversial Right to Buy Act was passed by Margaret Thatcher's government, allowing tenants of council housing to buy their home at a big discount.
So overnight, a lot of people became owner-occupiers, and then you'd start to see people making different customisations and being able to assert kind of individuality. It's like getting dressed in the morning, isn't it? You're able to kind of assert your personality, but on your house.
Owners built porches, turned their front gardens into driveways, and made other changes that suited their needs and tastes. But these new architectural choices haven't always been widely appreciated, and the ultimate example of this is pebble dash.
Pebble dash is much maligned, I think, in popular culture. People sort of sneer at it a little bit.
Caught up within class. Quite often people think, oh, that's council housing. A lot of people don't like it. There's quite a lot of snobbery against it.
And it actually is a material that has a very strong architectural pedigree. If you look at the work of architects such as Charles Rennie Mackintosh, one of the most famous British architects living and working in Scotland, he used it extensively. Pargeting
is another architectural feature with a long history. First brought to England by Henry VIII, who, taking inspiration from the stucco work of Renaissance Italy, used it in some of his grandest building projects. And since then, it has long survived as a local architectural tradition in Essex and Suffolk. It's a similar story for crazy paving that has its origins in ancient Rome, animal statues that have long been used in British housing, and architects have been copying the classical columns, pediments and balustrades of ancient Greece and Rome for centuries.
When developing the exhibition, we really wanted to move away from the origins of the estate, and we felt that actually there's a much more interesting story of showing it today and showing how architecture grows, that it never stays the same. And it's all linked really to the sense of individualism of the owners and the people that lived there.
It's not celebrating, it's just trying to present place in a really measured way, in a very, like how I find it, which is like bursting with detail and individuality and individual choices.
Yeah, I think it's nice. It shows the personality of the people.
Let's say someone in the house wants to have like a lion statue. It kind of lets people have their own creativity and let them show, oh, this is how I want to live my life.
We live near a house where it's like bright orange or something. Yeah. So it really stands out and it really shows like that homeowner's creativity, and I really like coming home and seeing that big house.
And I do like the way they do their houses up. There is one down Green Lanes that's got horses on their house. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, it really cheers the place up.